Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be trying a Korean foundation that is actually dark. And I actually bought it here in Korea and I'm super excited to try this out because this is the first ever foundation that I've ever seen in Korea that is actually dark and actually looks like it could work on me. So if you are interested in seeing this foundation, then just keep on watching. This is a new brand, very new brand. And I didn't know about this until I saw someone posting in a Facebook group about it, and she was basically saying that she made a video using the foundation and she was part of the campaign for, she was part of the modeling for the foundation. And I thought it was really great that not only did they work with an actual black woman, but they have a pretty good shade range considering that it is a Korean foundation made in Korea. If you haven't seen my video about doing my entire face of makeup using only Korean products, I've mentioned that there are Korean brands that have dark shades, but they just don't cater to people in Korea. So for example, Innisfree, Nature Republic, these are Korean brands that have some foundations that are actually very dark, like as dark as me and even darker, but they only sell these foundations in the US and in Canada, and there's no way that you can get these products if you are here in Korea, which makes no sense considering it's a Korean brand. Why don't you have those shades here? I think this is the first Korean brand, at least of what I know, this is the first Korean brand that actually has dark shades and is selling them here in Korea. So I picked up the foundation. So the brand is Self-Coding and the foundation is called Never Be the Same Matte Liquid Foundation. It comes in 12 colors and 30 milliliters. When you look at the shades, they kind of categorize them into 3 different categories. So like the lightest, the medium, and the dark. And I got 2 shades of the foundation. So I didn't get the darkest shade just because I felt like it might be a little bit too dark for me, which is good. I got the second darkest shade and the third darkest shade, which are Deep Rich and Chestnut. This foundation retails for 13,000 won. On the foundation it says that it is a medium to full coverage, oil-free. This oil-free foundation is strong in moisture and sweat. It covers the pores and wrinkles to create clean and smooth skin. Shake the container gently before use. Some of the ingredients in the foundation. It has avocado oil, jojoba seed oil, rose hip fruit oil, coconut palm oil, lotus leaf extract. So it has a lot of things that are really good for you. And even though the ingredients say all these oils, it still says that it's an oil-free foundation. So I don't know. This is Deep Rich. This is the third darkest shade. And this is Chestnut. This is the second darkest shade. So it has a squeezy bottle applicator, oops, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I mean, it's only 13,000 won, which is less than $13. Here is Deep Rich. This is Chestnut. And this is the Innisfree Velvet Cover Foundation in the shade C43. So this is pretty close to my shade. I feel like Deep Rich is gonna be my color. This definitely isn't like a super runny foundation, but it's also very lightweight. And it's not drying down super fast on the back of my hand. So just so you can see it blended out a little bit better on the back of my hand. So this is Deep Rich, this is Chestnut, and this is C43 from the Innisfree Velvet Cover Foundation. I think Deep Rich is more of my color. I think I'm gonna go with Deep Rich, and then if I need to, I'll mix Chestnut. But for a Korean foundation, this is really good. I'm shocked. And the fact that they have a color darker than this, like this isn't their darkest color, I'm very surprised. I don't know if they have international shipping. I don't really see anything about it on their website. For my primer, I'm going to take the Innisfree No Sebum Blur Primer and just put that in my T-zone where I get pretty oily. Even though this is a matte foundation, it doesn't feel super overly mattifying. So I just want to put a little bit of primer just to make sure that my oils don't come through. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder in medium deep and just put that on top of my primer. This much, about this much foundation. This is just one layer of foundation. I'm actually so surprised. If my face looks oily and greasy, it's because I have a huge window right here and then another light right here, but it really does not look shiny at all. Like, I feel like this is a very, like a satin matte velvety foundation. It's very skin-like but not dewy, and it's definitely not super shiny and greasy on my face at all. I think this is a great color match. I can't feel it on my face, which is huge because I don't like feeling foundation on my face. It blended so easily with a brush. Like, it was so easy and simple, and I'm in shock. I like this. Wow. So this was just one squeeze from the bottle. You can still see some dark marks and things like that, which I personally don't really care for that much, but this is definitely a buildable foundation. You can definitely build this up to the coverage of your liking, and I feel like you still won't feel heavy and cakey on your face. But I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more and cover up where I need it. But honestly, I would be perfectly fine with just this. I don't know if it's the lighting, but I feel like my face looks really orange in the camera, but it really does not look like that in person. Like, it looks like my skin. Like, it actually really matches my face very well. And my face is a lot darker than my neck and my chest, so it might look a little bit off compared to my neck, but I don't mind blending down a little bit. But this really matches my face really well. So this is what the foundation is looking like. The finish of this foundation is beautiful. Like, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. The one thing I will say about this foundation, though, it is not transfer resistant, so you definitely want to use a setting spray or just some fixing sprays just to make sure that your face doesn't transfer on anything, or just be careful on the kind of clothes you're wearing, or if you're touching someone or touching your face a lot, like, you're going to get prints all over your hands and you might end up ruining your makeup. But other than that, I already love this foundation. Like, I am a fan. So I'm just going to do the rest of my face, and then I will give my final thoughts at the end. I'm done with my makeup finally. Let me zoom you in close so you can see the foundation better. Now that my face is done. It definitely looks, again, it looks a lot more matte in person. It's not as shiny as it looks on camera just because I have lights and windows in front of me. But honestly, this foundation looks really good. It's a great match for me. And the fact that I'm not even using the second darkest shade or even the darkest shade is so huge. Finally, I can buy a foundation here in Korea and know that it is my shade. I don't have to make it work or mix things in it. Like, this is honestly perfect. I can't stop looking at my face in the mirror because it just looks so good, and I honestly cannot believe that this is a foundation that I bought here in Korea, like an actual Korean brand. Like, it looks so good. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Like, this foundation seriously looks good. I feel like this foundation reminds me of the Bobbi Brown Skin Weightless foundation. The only thing is that I feel like that one is a little bit more not dewy, but it's more of like a natural finish than this one. This one is a little bit more matter than that foundation, but this one still gives you a really nice finish. It's not super over dryingly mattifying, but it still feels like skin. Your skin can still breathe, and it's very lightweight. I am actually so shocked. Like, I cannot believe how good my face looks. And what is also crazy to me is the price. Like, this foundation is only 13,000 won, which is literally less than 13 US dollars. So I think this is amazing, and I can't believe no one knows about it. Like, no one has been talking about this foundation other than the YouTuber that I was talking about earlier that mentioned this foundation in a Facebook group. Like, if it wasn't for that, I would not have known about this foundation. Like, are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Like, this actually looks really good. I'm amazed and I'm happy. This foundation gets a 5 out of 5. Kudos to this brand for actually having really dark shades, and actually not only that, but also having a black model in their website. I will definitely be buying more from this brand, especially if they come out with a concealer. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you've heard about this foundation or this brand in general, and if you would try this foundation. I really do think that more people need to know about this foundation, especially for the fact that it is here in Korea with dark shades. Like, I'm never gonna get over this. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!